Do you want to change your Twitch name, or do you want to come up with a new one? It might be really hard to think about a name, especially one that people can remember. Before I'm going to tell you all about how you can make your Twitch username, I want to introduce you to our sponsor, Own.pro. On Own.pro, you can get your own overlay packs. You can choose from this one, or this one, or even this one. Okay, what am I saying? There's so many, look at this list! And you know what the coolest thing about this is, guys? With code Trui, you will get 50% off. Link is down below in the description. So let's say you want to pick a username. It doesn't really matter if you want to come up with a new one or if you want to change the one that you have right now, because the process is kind of the same, right? It can be pretty hard to pick a name. I think it's really cool if we would go and find a new name for me. Obviously, I'm not going to change my name because I'm happy with Trui. However, I think it might be good to go to this kind of process with you and see how I would go about it. Okay, so there's this website called SpinXO, and here you can kind of like generate your username. Here's this like my name or nickname. Well, my name is Amber. I like cows. I like cows a lot. My hobbies, playing guitar. Things you like. Games. I don't want to have numbers in my name, so I definitely want to exclude that. I don't want any numbers. I do recommend you don't add numbers because that makes it more complicated in your name. Important words. Maybe cozy. I like being cozy, but also chaotic. Maybe chaotic. Chaotic. I'm writing it wrong, right? Chaotic. Yeah, there we go. And then we can spin. It generated a lot of these names. I would say there's like about games, Amber games are a little bit hard to use. The reason why is, well, there's probably other people that are already called like that. I bet there's somebody. But if I would say like I would do an IRL stream, I'm not playing games, so my brand IP would be kind of wrong. So I don't want to use anything with games, even though I like games. I don't want to put it in here. Here, for example, we have Guitar ADCR. People are not gonna remember this name. And also it's gonna associate me with music, which I don't personally do on stream. So if I look through this list, Amber Cows. I like cows. So that could be cool. Cow seed. But then with double T, that might be a little bit hard to spell for some people. Genius Amber. Ooh, I like that one. I did not put that word genius in here, but it came up with genius anyway. So I guess it's just meant to be. So Genius Amber could be something that we go for. There's some things that are harder to spell. You want to have it as short as possible, but also easy to spell. Inf is a little bit hard to spell for commoners. Eiffel, stressful, that's kind of long. Cows, pigs, chaos, again, really long. And also doesn't really flow off the tongue. Cows, pigs, chaos. Cows, pigs, chaotic. Yeah. We can also add more keywords in here. Troubled, unclear, wow. Okay, disorder, wild, messy, wild. I'm adding wild. What am I getting? Oh god. Oh, I can also call myself guitar. Well, obviously that's taken. Ben cows. No, don't Ben cows. Deep sheep. Oh my god, that's such a good name. Deep sheep. If you like sheep, deep sheep is a great name. Okay, so things that we need to watch out for are names that are long, like this one. Ones that have numbers in it, because we don't want numbers because it's really hard to remember numbers. You don't want underscores or X's, for example, like Amber X, because this is hard to remember for people. The shorter you make your name, the better as well. So like S Games, for example, is easier to remember than Harmonica Games Exotic. Makes sense, right? What I would recommend is like, if you like Nintendo games, so you would put Nintendo in here. You probably get like the word Nintendo and things. Banjo Nintendo Wild, for example, or just like Banjo Amber or something. It would reference to like Banjo and Kazooie, and that makes it so that we can have IP problems. So Nintendo might say like, hey, I don't want you to be called that way, that's our IP. It can also be if you start playing shooters, people don't expect that from you because you've got Banjo and Kazooie reference in your name, so people expect you to play more Nintendo games or retro games, for example. When you pick a name, it's really good to not connect it to a category. So with the Nintendo in the name, you would be connecting to Nintendo games or to retro games, for example. But you can also do that with life in your name, or with games in your name, or with creative in your name. If you draw a lot, but you also want to play games, and you're called Amber Creative or Creative Amber, you playing games while having the creative in your name, so that might be a problem for later in your career. Make sure that it's really easy to spell. Hontic Exotic here is a little bit harder to spell because of the C's and the X in there, but Wild Amber here, for example, is really easy to spell. People know how to spell Amber, people know how to spell Wild, so Wild Wild Ember would be easy. Your real name usually is a great username as well. For me, my real name actually sounds really Dutch and it's really hard to spell for foreigners, so it wouldn't be a great idea. But for example, you're called John Smith. It's easy to spell for people, and it's easy for people to find you as well, which makes it a great brand. While picking a name, you also want to watch out that you don't have a name that's similar to a big streamer. So for example, if you would call yourself, instead of Ninja, or instead of Pokey Main, because then your name would be too close to a big streamer. If people want to fight you, they're not going to fight you, they're going to find the bigger streamer, obviously. So you're going to lose all views on that. And you're also not going to be able to build your own brand, because you're going to be attached to that other person's brand all the time, because people think that you them, you know. They're searching for the other person, but they're gonna find you, and they're not want to be at your stream. So, okay. So I've put some new words in here to get some new suggestions again. And for example, we've got Chaotic Dress here. And let's say we want to go for Chaotic Dress. That's gonna be our new name. My name is gonna be Chaotic Dress. I'm wearing a dress right now, so we're gonna be chaotic in my dress. And what we want to do is we want to go to name checker. Here we can write chaotic dress. And we're gonna search. The results are great, guys. So what we see is chaoticdress.com is still available. Chaotic Dress on Facebook is still available. Chaotic Dress on Twitter is still available. Chaotic Dress on Reddit is still available. It's still available on Twitch. It's still available on YouTube. It's gonna be still available on any of the platforms that has a tick. You can't do a .org, but you know, you can do a .com, so it's fine. We can load in even more. It seems like it's even on Etsy, so if you want to have an Etsy store, if you're a creative person, this is still available. So this is a way to find out if you can use your name on different platforms, so you won't be stuck with like TV behind your name on some platforms, or on Twitch, like I am, on Twitter. Like on Twitter, somebody already got my name, and 5 years ago I decided to be Trui. Well, before that actually, because it was my gamer tag before. But I liked it, so I kept going with it. So on some platforms, I'm called Trui on Twitch, which is not what you want if you can avoid it. And Chaotic Dress, still available. So try and find a username that's still available on a lot of platforms, so you won't run into this problem. And besides from setting up your Twitch with your Twitch name, it's also good to protect yourself on Twitch, to set up an auto mod. Because with auto mod, you can block people that are not so friendly towards you. So I definitely recommend hopping into this video with me, where I tell you all about how to set auto mod to keep you safe. Because I want you to stay safe. I'll see you there.